Before we get started today, I'd like to mention a couple things. First things first, I came back to Sakuya's tree to get the last Guardian fruit that spawned when we revived the Guardian sapling in Kamui. It contains a silver pocket watch which sells for 30,000 yen. That's a really, really good item, and I definitely recommend you come back and grab it if you're short on cash. Also worth mentioning, in between episodes, I bought every single remaining dojo technique except for Fleetfoot and Counter Dodge, which I do maintain just plain don't work on the Wii version. I will be showing them at some point, but not until after the main story has been concluded. 3 of the techniques I bought simply serve to increase your weapon power if both your main and sub-weapons are the same type, that being a reflector, a rosary, or a glaive. The other ones that I learned were mainly combo enhancing moves, which I'm showing on screen right now. One thing that is worth noting, Golden Fury and Brown Rage, yes, they are exactly what they look and sound like, and basically what they do is they exist to force enemies to drop Demon Fangs whenever you use these moves on them. I personally don't like using them due to their crass nature, to be blunt about it, but yes, I did buy them just for completion's sake. Anyway, once the on-screen demonstration of all these moves has concluded, we will proceed with the video. Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Ōkami. Last time we wrapped up every single last side quest that we could do in the land of Nippon, including the 3 Devil Gate trials. This time, there's nothing else for us to do. This time, we will be boarding the Ark of Yamato. First things first, I would like to note that I have equipped Solar Flare and will be using it for the entire rest of the game. I have also upgraded it with Gold Dust, and the Thunder Beads will be serving as my sub-weapon from here on out. Also worth noting, you will notice up there we have insignia of the Spider Queen, the Crimson Helm, Orochi, Blight, Ninetails, and something more that we have not seen thus far on our adventure. When we head up to enter the Ark of Yamato, absolutely everything that you have not grabbed outside of this area will be completely sealed off to you. Going into the Ark of Yamato is a point of no return. There will be absolutely nothing outside of the boat that you can access in any way once you are inside. So be sure to save over a different save slot if you still want to be able to roam the world of Nippon. But yes, everything will be sealed off to us. Absolutely everything. Keep that thought close to you as we ascend this rainbow bridge to confront the destiny of all of Nippon and the whole world. Wait, Ami. You know what'll happen if you cross this rainbow bridge and board the Ark of Yamato, don't you? I mean, that boat is bad news. The people of Kamui all know that. It's the most hated and feared thing in all the land. Even legends have nothing good to say about it or Laochi Lake. And you know there's no turning back once you board that thing. Huh? You look like you want to say something. Resolve? You mean you've got the resolve to pass the point of no return? Of course we have the resolve. I see. Well, I guess this is it then. Ami, don't you go dying like you did 100 years ago. Wait a sec, Ami. Well, we've been through a lot together. How long's it been since we first met? It all started in the valley of Sakuya's chest. Then we laid the smackdown on Orochi. Then that fox wench. We even went inside an emperor's body and traveled to the bottom of the sea. Then, before I knew it, I found myself back in my own land. And now it all ends with the appearance of the legendary Ark. But for you, it's just the start of an even greater adventure. Sorry, Ami. I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. As I told you from the beginning, I joined you so that I could steal those 13 brush techniques of yours. We found them all during our travels, and now each and every one has been etched into my mind. It's not like I've mastered them yet, but I plan on having loads of fun with my newfound skills. It's a bit sad to see you go, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, pal. No, Ami, no. Look, you're a god. I'm a sprite. We live in completely different worlds. The road ahead may be a tough one, but it's one you're just gonna have to walk alone. I know. It's just, I got things I need to do too, you know? Now, let's wrap this up. I can't stand long goodbyes. Farewell, my furry friend. Hold it right there, furball. How many times do I have to tell you? We gotta go our separate ways. Now leave me alone, you thick-headed lump of fur. He's right, ma chérie. Your way lies with this Ark. You again. At last, a path to the heavens has opened up. Oh, fantastique. How long have I yearned for this moment? 200 years? No, it must have been much longer. Bah, what are you babbling on about now, you big fruitcake? A path to the heavens? On that creepy old hunk of junk? What a fitting exit for a half-baked prophet like you. I have no idea what you're up to, and frankly, I don't care. I'm not a part of this anymore, so I'm gonna split. Have fun, you two. Afraid of the legendary Ark, are we? What'd you say? Well, if you must go, then go. Besides, only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board the fabled Ark of Yamato. You never had a ticket, and you never will. Why, you witless, two-bit, half-baked prophet! You're just trying to trick me into getting on that stupid boat. I'm not gonna fall for something like that. I'm no fool. So there. Wait a sec. I know. Maybe I should just hop on board your little boat. Yeah, and then I should tear the place apart as a little parting gift to you. Don't blame me. I already told you. Only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board. But you didn't need me to tell you that, my little bouncing friend. You know very well why you can't board this Ark. Do I not speak the truth, little celestial envoy? Well, it's about time. My little friend, I have another prophecy for you. Listen up, because this will no doubt come in handy for you. It takes two to tango. The bond of the brush shall intercede. I thought I'd give you the long version since it was my last. Pretty good, don't you think? Those unwilling to fulfill their own destiny cannot board the ferry to the celestial plane. Life is all about resolve. Outcome is secondary. It is resolve that determines the value of your life. You have no doubt met many such resolute people on your journey. Well, my little bouncing friend, I must bid you adieu. Shall we, ma chérie? We have a date with Destiny, and we mustn't keep her waiting. And here we are inside the Ark of Yamato. Indeed, one of the things we leave behind is Isun. For the first time on our journey, we are truly alone. Let us explore the fabled Ark. My goodness, I can hardly believe it. My eyes may have been enveloped in darkness all this time, but I know when I see a divine being before me. Ōkami Amaterasu, you've returned home. I, Marco, would like to welcome you on behalf of all Celestials. Oh, I made a mistake. I said that you'd returned home, but of course I was wrong. This is the inside of the dreaded Ark which fell from the heavens. It's nothing like our wonderful home, the celestial plane. Alas, only my spirit remains in this world. It's been imprisoned here for many years. Perhaps it was my destiny. Ōkami Amaterasu, I'd be so grateful if you could bestow upon us a small gift. Not only for me, but for the others who succumbed to death. In exchange, I will give what I can. I'm sure that it would lift everyone's spirits. That's basically code for this is a shop, and you can trade either money or demon fangs. I don't plan on buying anything with demon fangs, but I will spend my money. The tundra beads are in this area if you want, and here's the rest of the inventory. The one thing worth noting, the last two gold dusts in the entire game are on the Ark of Yamato, which is why I recommended way back when we first encountered this item not to dust first tier weapons, because then you would be out of luck on some of your later tier weapons. Anyway, I would like to buy those, go into my inventory, and dust all of the remaining weapons that have not had dust applied to them, just so I can say I have completed that part of the game as well. And there we go. All 15 of our weapons are powered up. Now you might ask why I powered up so many of these early weapons. I do have a reason for that, but I will not be going over it until later. Anyway, as you might notice, this area might and probably should remind you of the final area of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. As you will notice, the insignia of many of the bosses we have fought over the course of our journey are present here. We have Ninetales, the Crimson Helm, the Spider Queen, Orochi, and Blight. And indeed, we must defeat all of these demons again before we may proceed onwards in the arc. Unlike Wind Waker, there is no mini-dungeon to any of these. It is simply rematching the bosses. And in front of 3 of these, I don't remember which, you will meet a Celestial who will give you more backstory about the Ark of Yamato and what happened to the Celestial Plane all those years ago. So I do apologize for this episode being very text-heavy, but what I am going to do is I'm going to time-lapse all 5 of these boss fights, and then afterwards I will be inserting all of the backstory that the Celestials aboard the Ark will give us about their history and perhaps the future of this world. So I think without further ado, we are going to begin our crusade of the Ark of Yamato. Goodness, if I'm not mistaken, you're from our home, the Celestial Plane. It's you, Ōkami Amaterasu. Who would have thought we would meet again after all this time? All my waiting under the dark, cold ice has paid off. We Celestials may have lost our physical form, but our spirits live on and are with you for all eternity. We were heartbroken after the battle on the Celestial Plane, when you fell to this world with that monster. We managed to escape before it happened, but little did we know the tragedy that was about to befall us. After we ran away from the battle, we boarded the Ark of Yamato, hoping to get away, but not long after we set sail, countless monsters appeared from the depths of the Ark. Having nowhere to run, all of us were devoured by the monsters. This Ark, which was built by the lunar civilization, turned out to be a cargo ship designed to transport thousands of monsters. Not long after setting sail, the Ark lost its rudder and plummeted down to this world. The Celestials on board, each and every one of us, were slain. I don't know why the Moon Tribe built such a thing, but when the Ark fell to this world and brought such tragedy, well, it was nothing short of a disaster. Ōkami Amaterasu, it seems that the Ark has begun to move again after all this time. But this place is like a nest of dark beings. Please, take care not to be sucked into the darkness. Ōkami Amaterasu. It seems one of the dark beings has disappeared. If only all the evil power would leave our midst, then I'm sure the Ark would return to the Celestial Plane. I was ready for immortality, but now it seems the time has come for my spirit to take leave. It's brought joy to my heart to have met you before I depart. I hope that you will return to the Celestial Plane, Amaterasu, and that you will bring light to this world once more. It's you, Ōkami Amaterasu. I did wonder when the Ark began to move. Lo and behold, it's the guardian of our home, the Celestial Plane. Why did such tragedy befall us? This Ark was built by the lunar civilization as a rescue boat. It had been enshrined in the Celestial Plane for many years. We believed it would be safe. In order to ensure our future existence, we fled to the Ark when the monster attacked us. How could we have known this Ark would become our coffin? I don't know. Maybe it was our destiny. Perhaps it was all decided from the start. That monster, Orochi, who attacked the Celestial Plane, had suddenly come flying across the sea of stars, and after destroying our people and our homeland, it went on to cause pain and suffering in this world. Perhaps it was all preordained by the Moon Tribe. Ōkami Amaterasu. I sense the presence of someone here on the Ark. Could it be that man from the Moon Tribe? I can feel his pain somewhere deep down inside this ark. Amaterasu, you must save him without a moment's delay. You must stop the seeds of tragedy from being sown. In order for the evil in this world to be exorcised, the sun god Amaterasu must return to the celestial plane. I pray that you will watch over the world from the heavens, and that you will bestow peace upon us all. I've been waiting for you, Ōkami Amaterasu. My fleeting spirit will disappear at any moment. I'm glad I was able to hold on long enough to meet with you. Long, long ago, you and Orochi fell together to this world. Then you waited for the Chosen One to put an end to Orochi's life. You waited patiently for countless moons, until finally the Chosen One, Nagi, was born. Together you sent the monster of the moon to its fate. You didn't realize it, but that was just one ripple in the wave of darkness. It's exactly 100 years since the legend of Nagi. The monster was quietly recovering its strength for all those years, until it used Nagi's descendant, Susanoo, to complete its revival. And once again it tried to destroy this world. When you defeated it, the next stage of its plan began. It cursed the land with its evil power, and the world was soon overrun with monsters from the Ark. Orochi's evil essence was more than enough to power them all. The smoldering powers of darkness exploded throughout Nippon, and the world was thrown into a storm of chaos never seen before. After that, well, you saw with your own eyes. The evil powers that left those monsters you defeated have all gathered here in the Ark of Yamato. Exorcism of the roots of evil is a daunting task. You must keep your eyes open for what's in the center of it all. Ōkami Amaterasu. It has begun at long last. The waves of darkness have finally begun to roll. All this evil power, I cannot hold on much longer. Amaterasu, there is one final thing I must tell you. The man of the Moon Tribe with the golden hair. I want you to tell him something. The Celestials will never forget how we fought alongside you when Orochi attacked. We are forever grateful. And with that, we have exorcised all of the demons in the Ark of Yamato, and we have learned much about what has happened to the Celestial Plane and to Nippon. Again, we find ourselves alone. No Isun, and seemingly no Waka. However, these mentions of a man from the Moon Tribe aboard the Ark, what might they all mean? As the clouds of evil begin to roll across the sky, I think we are going to end things off here. This past episode of Ōkami, we said goodbye to our lifelong friend, Isun. We boarded the Ark of Yamato and exorcised all the demons that had come to return to its evil depths. And next time, one final presence of darkness remains. Next time on Ōkami, we confront the Emperor of Everlasting Darkness. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
Ōkami.